tripod. What's going on, guys? This is Will from Bosu, America. Man, it is glorious outside today, so I decided to wash my cars. So today, I'm gonna go over the stuff I use to wash my cars. As the day goes on, I'll show you each. Well, I'm gonna go on for a little while, but I don't know if anybody else uses these, but I do. Hold on. I have like 2 of them now. This one came out of a hardware store. This one came out of I think Home Depot. Little pump handle things. I use these to put soap in my cars because I don't want to use soap out of a spray bottle. I like to use these because you can pump and they just keep going. Like, good example. I love this thing. You can sit there, just spray your car with soap. Really comes in handy. Look at that. One of my little favorite gadgets. But what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you the things I use to clean my cars with. Just to, you know, maybe somebody has the idea already, but something to do when you don't have a running water hose, you know, because I live in an apartment for right now. But I want to show you what I use. So I'm just gonna clean this off, show you what that looks like after I get done, and then talk about some of the things I have. All right, guys, what's going on? This is Will from Bosu, America. Well, today was a beautiful day out. Forgive the background, that's my grandson. But I wanted to kind of show some of the tools I use to clean my car. And it's just very simple things, but just wanted to kind of do something for the day because it was so nice. First off, I have the hand wipe thing, the sheepskin thing I use. I want to get a new one. And what is that? Dead bug. Ugh. I want to get a new one, but I want to get a second one. I usually just use plain cloths, tire brush, which I just got my hands on, which I've been looking for forever, and I'm getting the other one soon. This thing is a squeegee or some type. I had one really long time ago that was made by, I think, like, I don't know if it was Goodyear, but I know the California blade is better than this one, but this thing works fine after I wet the cars and then wipe them off. Then I have a bunch of different detail brushes. These brushes are actually really expensive paint brushes I found in a store going out of business, and then regular paint brushes, and then long ones to get in the long areas. Also, I love using these sprayers. These things are gold. I first bought this one at a place, a hardware store, you know, some hardware store. You know, you can pump them. It's just like the big things that you do with the insecticides, but you can use this, you know, for water. This one I got from the Home Depot. I am going to probably give this to somebody I know who I see washing cars on the street. I'm going to get me a second one of these. Sorry about that, my phone clicked off, but I'm gonna get a second one of these because I like these because these have really good sprayers, and then a regular bucket. Now, these buckets are weird. I find these in the bakery up the street. I find these in the bakery up the street all the time in the garbage, and this is a whole thing full of mineral oil. So I found these in the top today. So this is my new cleaning bucket. And then last but not least, I'm gonna take this bag to work and clean it, but this is what I put my cleaning supplies in. Flea market, $1. So when I get done with everything, I can put all of my items inside the bag, and if I can go mobile. Now, the reason why I use the sprayers is that I don't have a, you know, running water outside. So I have to use something to put the soap, and then I just put some water in the bucket, and this is what I use. So it's kind of just a little setup that I use for cleaning my cars, and it comes good. And the soap that I use in here is Palmolive, the best soap ever. I don't care what you want to use, Palmolive is the best. So I'm just kind of showing you some good stuff, guys. I'm actually going to make a spray bottle for Bosu America and then put it in the bag too, and I think it's going to be cool. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to make one today. So, guys, I hope you were out today. I hope you were out there tuning, doing something in your cars, because I sure did. So I'll show you what the cars look like clean, and until the next time, see you guys. Keep tuning. What's going on, guys? Like I was telling you about the cleaning supplies, if you look at the cars, they look wonderful. Now, I know a lot of these cars are older cars, but I thoroughly enjoy driving these cars. And the cleaning stuff I use always makes the cars look really well. And as you can see, they look so clean on the, let me turn the other way because the sun is so bright. But as you can see, that California blade, which I forget what kind of squeegee that is, does a great job. And I love using those supplies. And then my carriers, I just wipe off with a rag and they come clean. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. The tire brush works well. So And today I actually did something, because this is the second day I didn't get to do it at night. Well, the bag I found that I put my supplies in, I actually took it to work. Look how clean it is. You find stuff at the flea market. This was a quarter or 50 cents. And I took it and washed it. So I'm going to put my cleaning supplies in here, so when I want to wash my car, I can carry it down because my grandson gets to it. But if you look at it, the cars look great. So all I'm telling you is, like, just giving you an idea on some easy supplies to get, cheap supplies when you want to wash your car. And I mean, maybe it's not the best of the best, but it is for what you do. So again, I always tell people, man, keep tuning, forget what other people say. One thing I noticed, this is something really short. I think I'm just going to use the closing thoughts. I'm going to start doing that. So on my closing thoughts, I'll tell you what I think about Hondas. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Will Foreman from Bosu, America. Hey, real quick, my opinion on the car culture here, it's not so well. The car culture's a hit or miss here in Cincinnati. Either they like it or they don't. I was able, and I am lucky enough to have seen car cultures basically around the world. When I was a young man, I was able to travel pretty far to see certain things. And nowadays, like saying, I love YouTube because YouTube brings it to you. I didn't, when I seen the car culture and what was that, in Johannesburg? You see it in the UK, Japan, Russia, Germany. I love to see the camaraderie of a lot of people who build cars. Unfortunately, I don't have that here. I'm a lone tuner, and that's how I've been, and probably will be for the rest of my life, because I don't find guys who like to just do meager tuning or just something real simple. Everybody either wants a car that can drift to the moon, or, drive to the moon or drift on the sun. I don't want to do that. So the car culture here is a hit or miss, and I don't too much care for it, because a lot of guys are too wrapped up into their own cars. It's not the fun of looking at another guy's car and saying, man, that car is cool, this and that. They're always stuck on their cars, and that's cool. If that's your car, be down. But a lot of times I like to give credit where credit is due. I say, man, that looks really cool. I like that. Someone else will call something rice. I seen a guy on Jay Leno's Garage named Bissy Isroha. He had turbo fans on his car, and the comments were like, every Honda guy is going to do that now. First off, I was around my dad when he built race cars many years ago, and I knew how much turbo fans were then, and they're still expensive now. And I don't even think there's even builders here. The cheapest I've seen them is $145 a wheel. So, the covering. So I don't know. It's just, if someone has a good idea, it has to be called rice. You're doing something to your car because you like to. You build your car because you like to, not because someone else. So for right now, the car culture in Cincinnati sucks. I just live vicariously through YouTube, and then I just do it myself. So that's just my opinion on the cars here in Cincinnati. But there are always some guy giving me a thumbs up, and I'll give him a thumbs up. Those guys, much respect. But for the guys who talk, how fast is your car? Come on, man, I'm old now. I don't want no fast car. I just want a car that runs well. That's why I build on Hondas, because the platforms are easy, the parts are cheap, and they're already available. So I'm out, guys. Keep tuning, and keep tuning for yourself. Be down, stand on it. Later. All right, what's going on, guys? Last part of the video. Finally got my hands on one of these bad boys. I've been waiting to get one of these forever. I found it at the flea market for, guess how much? $1. So today I went out and actually drilled holes in my bumper on my Civic to get more air in. Unfortunately, I need to get a stronger drill, because I had to come back out and do it again. And I also have a small one as well. So I'm gonna go upstairs, and I don't know what I'm gonna work on today. Merry Christmas to everybody, man. I hope you guys are having a good Christmas. I'm not. My wife forgot to buy the Christmas dinner, as they always do. They own some other stuff. But then when it's my turn, I got to remember everything. So I guess I'll just... You hear that shit? Now, one time I ever belated nothing. They got everything they needed when they needed. But then when the guy forget, if I forget something, they would never let me forget it. All right, well, I'm going upstairs and probably work on something, but just wanted to kind of show you that, something playing around with. I told you, anytime I do my videos, I add a bunch of stuff together, and I did one on here so far, but I always had one on here that I made a long time ago, and that actually goes up to the intake. All right, guys. So beautiful outside. Like in a week or two, it's going to be like 0. I'm out.